Hello YouTubers. Today I want to talk to you about some different blades, different tools I use when I'm out in the woods. I was just going through some of my equipment, came across these and thought it would be good to do a video on them and show you a little bit about how they work. I've got two hatchets or small axes and a couple of machete or machete type blades. But it's the blades that I use quite a bit and that I've used quite a bit and that I like having with me. The first one I'm going to show you is the SOG. Light, small use, light use. It's got a point on the end. I picked this up to save space. This is what I would carry if I'm fishing, light duties around camp. Nice sharp blade. I've not used this as much as the other ones I'm going to show you, but for what it is, and it's not very expensive, this is pretty good. Now the two axes I'm going to show you are not full tang, and I know that's a concern for a lot of people. This one's got a guard on it, and any hatchet or any blade that's not full tang, if you miss what you're trying to hit and hit in this area, you do risk cracking it. Haven't had a problem with this, but it's a concern. But it's been a good little hatchet. The next one, and yes, it's Dayglow Green. It's one of the zombie. It's the M48 Apocalypse. In the video you're going to watch next, I said I didn't even know why I bought it, and I got thinking about that. I was at a gun show and I'd seen a couple reviews before the gun show, and they were some concern about not being full tang, but they had these on sale, so I picked it up thinking, what the hell, I usually don't look at stuff like this. This has been a big surprise to me. I've cleared out a lot of bushes with this. Has hit it on this part of the handle a couple really good times. Never had a problem with it. These have never loosened up, and I've used this quite a bit. That's why the blade's all marked up. I went from getting this because it was cheap and I was just curious about it, to kind of relying on this for a lot of small work. It's been that good. I would never have guessed it just looking at it, but I've used this quite a bit. I've been real pleased with this. It's one of the big surprises. Before owning this, if somebody would have said, how are these, what do you think of these, should I get one and go out with it and depend upon it, I'd have said, yeah, you're crazy. And now it's like, I do. So this has been pretty good. Really like it. The next one I'm going to show you is the Woodsman Pal. And I really like this blade. I really like this configuration. Some people don't. I do. It will chop through wood. It has the bill hook. Now, that bill hook is for clearing out vines and stuff. But I've seen videos where people use this. They'll actually hold it and shave wood with it to start a fire. Use it to start a fire. It's got a little notch here. Stick your hand in there. You can use it as a draw knife, or even like this. And if you're building a camp, that's important. Pretty heavy. Cuts good. If you're out fishing, hunting, this may not be one that I would always carry with me, but if I'm going to be out for long term, or I'm going to be building something, this is what I want. I really like this. The last blade I want to show you, this is 40 some odd years old. When I bought this at a gas station, and it's a Bolo knife, is what they sold it as. And not a machete. It is a machete, and it's what we now would call Bolo Machete, but back then they called it a Bolo knife. Well, there's a jump cut. My camera stopped recording. I think it was the video gods telling me not to ramble. So let me finish up with this. This Bolo knife, or Bolo Machete, like I said, I've had it for over 40 years. It's cut through barbed wire fences. It's cut big wood, little wood. I carry this with me a lot just because it's so convenient. It's a multitasker, and it can fill the gap of hatchet, axe, machete, and it's just a really good all-around blade. They're really hard to get this quality anymore because this is indestructible. So let's go out there and test these, and the way I'm going to test them is on these 1.25 inch pine dowels. The reason I'm using the dowels is consistency. I'm going to do all of my video tests on blades with the pine dowels, either bigger or smaller than these, and I'm doing that because of the consistency. And if you see one of the blades and you want to know how yours do compared to it, you can watch my video and see what it does, and then get one of these and then do your own test, and it will give you a closer idea of the differences in the blades. When I look at videos and they're doing branches, which is great, and I like watching that, but it's like, but I can't go out and find an exact branch with the same density as that. The differences you're going to find in these are not going to be great, so they're going to be a good test medium. And that's why I'm going to start using these all the time. So anyway, let's get out there and see how the blades do. Okay, let's see what these babies can do. The first one we're going to test is the sawed. I picked it up a couple years ago. It's good for light work. Let's try it against this pine. Not bad for light work. That's why I bought it. Didn't buy it for anything heavy. Been working real well. Pretty durable. Like this one. This is a good little hatchet. Now, my zombie killer. And this is the one I picked up. I'm not sure why I picked it up. I just did. I don't know why, but it's actually worked out really good. A little bit heavier than the SOG. Works real well. Actually, I like this better than the SOG. It has not loosened up. Head's still good. This is another surprisingly good little hatchet or axe. Now, start getting into the bigger boys. This is my Woodsman pal. If I was going to be out there for a while, this is one of the ones I want to carry because it is indestructible. It's got that curved blade that gets in the way sometimes, but all in all, as you can see, this one doesn't mess around. This is a heavy duty one, and it's got the bill hook to take out vines and stuff. I really like this. This is a nice machete. This is my old timer. This one I've had since I was a teenager. It's over 40 years old. This is cut barbed wire fence. This has done a lot of work, and it still puts up and does good. And it will cut through wood. This one I've carried with me a long time. It's my go-to. There's a dog barking in the background. But this is really nice, and I really like this one. But this is how these work. Using the same type of wood, pine dowels. I like using these because even on a branch you get variations. With these, you know what you're getting, and I can duplicate this with other blades over and over and over again by just going to get more of the dowels. But that's how they cut, and give you an idea of what each one can do. And thank you for watching the video.